But then again, you never know when SKT is going to start looking bad again this season. It's been an interesting season for the Telecoms to be going to picks and bans for game number 1 between Kongdoo Monster and SKT. What will the bans be? Find out as soon as people get into the lobby. There we go. Lulu, the first ban. All right. Despite the nerf, they still don't want to let Faker take that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's been really core to SKTelecom's compositions. Nidalee will be banned. At least they have an Nidalee player now. They don't have to ban it on blue side any longer, like they did when Benki was part of the team.
True. Nidalee and Poppy banned out on the SKTelecom side.
Crush has been pretty good on Nidalee this season. Definitely his best champion. Not surprised they are taking it out of the pool. The Lissandra, of course. So what they're doing, what Kongdoo is doing is they're taking away the champions that Faker likes to play to protect Bang.
Yeah. They have needed Bang to be, a lot of that damage this season. Corki banned away as well. Another popular Faker pick. Spring, and there's a Varus ban. Okay.
They took away some of the hard engage with the Lissandra onto the Varus. Kindred may be the first pick here, and indeed it will be, so really prioritizing that chocolate, but there's Callista available.
I know, they give Callista to Bang. I feel like that's
going to be Callista Azir.
I feel like it's a very risky move to give those over to SKT.
Don't have to be worried about blank. You can still play Gragas.
Yep, very true. Yeah, and maybe they'll just leave the Callista up. I don't know, maybe Alistar Callista instead.
Okay, they probably think that they're getting baited into Callista by a Jhin pick from Soul because he is a good Jhin player.
That's true. That's true. So Alistar Azir picked by SKTelecom, 2 over to Kongdoo Monster again.
Problem with taking that Jhin is that in lane swaps he's horribly slow at killing turrets and can really mess up your tempo. Obviously in lane he's dominant, but to get in lane swap situations, it is like a bit of a 50-50 with that Jhin as to how that laning phase is going to go. You're either going to win hard or lose hard.
Yep. So with the mid pick known over on the SKTelecom side, Kongdoo doesn't really need to hide it for any reason. They could pick that LeBlanc right now.
Edge probably fancies his chances after seeing how BDD did against Faker in this exact matchup.
Yeah. Edge is not BDD.
Truer words were never spoken.
It's very true. So Sivir Maokai seems reasonable. That's going to be the pickups for this round. So just some solid stuff there.
Yeah, you have to take the Sivir away. It's been the go-to AD carry, but they are going to go for the Callista now. Notice that they wait until they see the AD carry for that to actually come out. And Graves still available. They can build a front line, put Duke on a tank. Maokai obviously still up. Nautilus still up. They'll be fine. Pretty standard for SKT. Basically, they've been playing compositions that are Callista, Azir, Lulu mid with multiple AD carries, Bang and flank, and then playing tanks at support and top.
Right. So looks like support and mid lane still need to be picked up for Kongdoo. So I don't think it's going to be Braum Trundle.
Probably not, I think.
Unless you're going to run like a mid lane Maokai or something.
No, it would be the LeBlanc.
Yeah. Makes the most sense. Maokai Braum. Or LeBlanc Braum. Okay.
Edge has only played 1 LeBlanc game this season. The biggest priority for this team. And they're going to switch to...
Whoa, something.
Kassadin.
Okay. So they do take the Nautilus, though. You change that away, at least.
Yeah, setting up a big tank line because there isn't going to be a Trundle.
There's a Gragas, so it's actually going to be a top Gragas for Duke this game.
Well, they took both the Maokai and the Nautilus, so yes, they are forced onto this sort of third-tier top-lane tank in the Gragas instead.
Maybe a top-lane Graves. Oh, they're switching it back and forth.
Oh, the mind games, Doa.
I know. I think it's still going to be Gragas
I think it's
up
going to
there.
be Gragas top tier.
Yep, almost certainly.
But I do like SKTelecom, what they're doing here, and this is just bread and butter SKT right now. They want to play with the Azir every game. Faker is amazing on it. He can make these big plays and create picks that can get you objectives like Baron. If you get anywhere close to him, his Azir skills have improved massively since last year.
A Wolf looks like he's about ready to fall asleep at the keyboard there. I mean, I know it's Kongdoo Monster, but come on, man.
You know, the only reason why the Grog's is good is because they first picked the Kindred. So they also have a few ways, lots of ways, Headbutt, Emperor's Divide, Explosive Cast to remove people from on top of the Kindred ultimate, so that's going to be a nice little bonus for them. Kongdoo, this is a good pick composition, but they're not going to have the same late-game team fighting punch that SKTelecom is going to have with that LeBlanc in the mid lane. Just not going to contribute as much to team fights as the Azir will.
The big question is, can they handle SKTelecom? Let's get in the game and find out. All right, welcome back to Summoner's Rift for our second best of 3 of the night. It's going to be SKTelecom versus Kongdoo Monster. SKTelecom searching for what they hope will be an easy 2-0 in tonight's match, but Kongdoo have shown that they've got a shot against some of these better teams. They've had some good games off and on.
This is only going to be Blank's second game on Graves, which seems a little weird because you think about Blank as a player and you're like, of course he plays Graves, but only 1 game.
Huh.
Professionally on it. They've just liked the Gragas, Nidalee, Elise, and Kindred more for him.
I guess so.
But I do think it makes sense with this style of composition to, of course, play the Graves.
Pretty slow start though. Looks like it will be the it looks like a lane swap, but it looks like they might get standard lanes. SKTelecom sending their bot lane up there too. Okay.
SKT should be quite happy with this, and they are going to do that delayed invade onto the Gromp. Just do a little check. See what's going on. Cougar is gonna. Uh-oh.
Oh, Wolf needs to be careful here. Gets stunned. Here comes Kalista though to help
wow,
out.
They're going for it.
They really are, yeah.
Wow, they forced a flash just for that exhaust.
Man,
I'm really concerned. Cougar also took quite a bit of damage from that blue buff. Weird response from Kongdoo. They had the drop right there.
I was gonna say, do you think the flash was warranted, really?
No.
Weird. Oh, good start for Bang and Wolf, I guess.
Yeah, excellent.
Oh, I don't know if that's worth it, Cougar.
They're not level 2 yet, so it'll be
I guess
hard for them to actually finish off that. There's not a lot of risk. Like harassing with the Riptide. I have not seen that LeBlanc skin before.
Yeah, that's like a new one. I don't know what it's called though. Flower Bug Queen LeBlanc. There we go, I've named it.
Normally you have better names for skins than that.
Sparkle Bug LeBlanc.
Sparkle Bug, there we go.
Sparkle Bug. Perfect.
I'm sure everybody would want a skin called Sparkle Bug LeBlanc.
Hey, the history of League of Legends? Yeah, pretty much.
So the last time we saw this matchup, Faker played very aggressively in the first few levels, as we're seeing right now. He's actually going to take an early recall, probably get another Doran's Ring, and continue to fight his way forward. It did cost him, though. He did die to a gank as he overcommitted to some harassment and got pushed way too far in front. He may have learned his lesson. Level 3, second Doran's Ring, and a pink ward.
Huh. Yeah, I'm playing a little bit safer. Which is nice to see out of Faker.
Is it? That's not why I love Faker.
I mean, the thing is if he plays safer in like the first few levels, he's going to be able to go all in even harder at 6. That's the idea.
I like Faker asserting his dominance.
Well, he's doing that.
I need him to be the alpha mid laner, Doa.
He's got the lane pushed up. He's asserting his dominance. He's just not overdoing his dominance. You don't want to overdo the dominance.
I disagree. Is there such thing as overdoing the dominance?
I think Faker might get a little bit destroyed here. Well, or not. I shouldn't have even said it.
Did have to use both his summoners, though. And
I doubt it.
Edge also going to have to use both his summoners to get out of that situation. Meanwhile,
well then,
Runic Bulwark here to provide some healing. Along with Alistair shouting health at you. Still not sure how that one works.
Feel better! Whoa! Crush gets really low with a little bit of jungle invading from Blank.
They can really push the limit there on that.
There we go. Headbutt pulverize onto Cougar, taking some damage. That's going to be a big rend. It is. Nearly finishes Cougar off. Soul does have Summoner heal. Didn't elect to use it.
Yeah, Cougar saw his flash up, so they weren't going to all in on that, but
right.
Deal quite a bit of damage, and Blank now asserting his dominance over Kongdoo Monster's jungle.
It's been pretty amazing to see sort of the transformation of Blank after looking so bad for so many games they played him in the early start of the season. Then
he just did nothing.
Take him, yeah, exactly. They take him to IM. He's like a whole different jungler. He's been good since then too. It's that international confidence boost, I guess.
Oh, that's a buff only Korean players can receive.
I know.
Though.
He's like, see, Blank, teams aren't that hard outside of Korea. And he's like, wow, I feel so much better now.
International confidence boost worked really badly for TSN.
That's not much of a boost there, yeah. I'm curious to see how Duke is going to do on this top Gragas. It's not exactly something we've seen him play.
Actually, don't know how. It's been a while since top Gragas was in the meta. I can check and see if Duke has any experience.
Yeah, he hasn't played it yet this season at all.
No, definitely not. This is actually the first non-Africa top Gragas that we've seen.
Right. Faker certainly asserting his dominance. He's got
Duke has
CS lead.
Duke has 4 games all time on Gragas.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
He is 3-1.
Okay.
But it was quite some time ago that Gragas broke the wilds at the top lane.
Or the bottom lane.
Or the bottom lane. He actually went for a corrupting potion this game. Huh. I'm curious what's going to happen, because in China they've been playing with Rod of Ages Gragas in top lane. There's a lot more top lane Gragas in the LPL than there is in Korea.
Okay.
At the moment.
That's for sure. They've got that weird
Ixu does like go full tank Gragas.
They've got that weird Gragas portrait over in China.
Oh, that is really weird.
Doesn't look anything like the character. It's like let's use some Gragas fan art. Only his head is really tiny.
China, I don't know why China is like the one country to have different splash art.
That is strange, and none of it's good either.
Oh, the Tarek one's pretty good.
I don't know. I think it's all pretty much worse than the official, quote-unquote official Riot art.
No, the Tarek one. The Tarek one is good.
Good for like a good reason, though.
He's fabulous.
That is true. But I mean, just in the way that they're rendered, too, just speaking from like an artistic skill standpoint, they're much lower than what we've got in other regions, I think. I'm really hammering the Chinese splash art here, but it's true, I call like I see it. I need to put that art major to use somehow. I've got a degree, I need to critique this.
It's my one purpose in life now, to critique art on the Riot broadcast right now.
Shit, I'll start a YouTube series. Do that too. Critiquing the splash art.
I think you should just critique art while watching League of Legends. You should actually compare certain League of Legends games to specific artists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could teach an art history course through League of Legends. Be like, this game, it's just really, really a mess. But there's like a method in the mess. It's like a Jackson Pollock, you know?
There you go.
It's instinctual. It's
like
instinctual, but it's ordered. It's ordered chaos.
See, that sounds like Team Anarchy last year. You know? That's how you equate them to. SKTelecom, clearly the Michelangelo of the League of Legends art world. Just perfection.
I think the Rocks Tigers like Caravaggio.
Yeah, a little bit, man. They just like to get
dark
and
get violent.
Yeah, that's right. I love Caravaggio. And I love the Rocks Tigers.
So there you go. Art history with Professor Doa, as taught by League of Legends analogy.
Kongdoo, I don't know, man. Not doing too well.
They're the drawing that your kid did on the fridge.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like the modern art that just makes no sense. Everything's, you see an entire exhibit and it's all titled Untitled, and you have to go like read this piece of paper by the wall, and it's like, it's all about what you think of it. It's like, oh, really? So you made this, but you didn't really say anything with it? Okay, well, whatever. I guess that's what you do. Don't get me started on Monty.
Welcome to the glory of post-modernity, though.
This is the only time I'll really be as mean as Monte Cristo.
I found what tilts him, everybody. Modern art. Please tweet all your best modern art to @GGDoa on Twitter, because he will look at it.
Yeah, or just to send me a blank image and call it a Rothko. Yeah, that works too.
Would it be a black image?
Or just pick a color. It doesn't even matter. Just make it a square. Yeah, it's all about what you think of it. I'll tell you what I think of it. It's terrible. SKTelecom going for their first dragon. I feel my blood pressure rising now.
Send all your best Rothko gifts to @GGDoa on Twitter.
Well, there's a dragon.
Was a little bit risky. Faker had pushed in, but because Duke wasn't there, at least he had teleport to answer if he needed, but there was an element of risk to that dragon, let's say. Faker really is dominating this mid lane, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at that already. Well, he's been like 20 CS up the wild. All in from Wolf. There's the exhaust on the soul. They're trying to get away here. Fate's Call used to lock up Cougar a little bit. And now, Bang actually in a little bit of trouble. He has low health, has to back away. So the all-in attempt from SKTelecom didn't end up working out. Wolf gets caught by Cougar. Are they going to maybe dive this with the Kindred?
Actually, Sol and Cougar played that relatively well. They only had to use one summoner from that, and that was Cougar's Ignite. Sol not even hitting the flash right there to get out, instead just relying on the speed from his On the Hunt. So good knowledge of his limits.
Only one summoner used on the SKTelecom side as well.
Oh,
that was so close, man.
Oh, so close.
Didn't have the headbutt cooldown, apparently.
Nope, it was 2 seconds away.
Oh.
Saw that on the screen.
Sadness. And Faker's just wrecking Edge in this mid lane. Hello? Wolf just wants to stop people from recalling. That's his new goal.
No one goes home.
That's right.
Everybody is Wolf's prisoner on the map.
In Summoner's Rift, the cow puts you in a pen. Fight over the big wolf, and Blank takes it. Has a nice lead in the jungle, too. 15 CS up, actually, already.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Same level, but a little bit more money. Meanwhile, Duke is a little bit behind Hippo.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's just Spirit Visage, tank wars. Everybody trying to heal off their passives.
Yep, doesn't really matter too much.
Not much exciting is going to happen around here. These guys are just going to serve as initiators later in the game.
They're basically just like big minions. The lanes are just pushing against each other. They are the minions.
How thoroughly exciting that we're back into a tank top lane meta.
Oh, yeah.
I totally didn't enjoy all that Fiora we had.
Yeah, or like the
Riven.
top Quinn or Graves. No, that's no fun. Give me tank versus tank any day.
Well, Doa, do I have a patch for you?
I know, right?
It's called patch 6.6.
Well, it's here now. And so are the tanks.
Let's buff Maokai, even though he was already seeing professional play in substantial amounts.
Clearly. It's getting close to Arbor Day.
You mean it's getting close to the release of the Maokai skin? I think that's what you mean.
Ah, that could also be part of it, too. Tricky. Clever. Well, Faker takes some damage from Edge. But not a whole lot to worry about there. Meanwhile, support versus support. Just like tank versus tank.
They are tanks.
Only they're supports.
They're tank supports.
Support tanks. It's true. Goodbye, Pink Ward. We hardly knew ye.
Did you need to know the Pink Ward?
Nope.
He wasn't a very exciting guy. He just sat there in that brush his entire life. Didn't
right.
have a lot of worldly experience, stories to tell you.
No. Just like a student that goes to art college but never leaves the town that they go to school in. You know, displays in the gallery that their friend runs. Doesn't push themselves.
You didn't do that.
It's just like a Pink Ward. No.
You went to adventuring in Korea.
That's right. Because I realized I'd rather have art be a hobby instead of a career. Just fun. Well, not so much fun for Sol. Gets exhausted, flashes away. Nice response from Wolf coming in with that Fate's Call. Blank on the side there. Teleport coming in though for Kongdoo. Soul staying alive with the Kindred for the moment, but not in the end. First blood goes over to Blank. Responding kill comes in from Kongdoo. Wolf on his own gets a two-man pulverize that allows Blank to get a little bit more damage in. Just barely enough to finish off Cougar. And that's a double kill for Blank. Faker, yeah, coming in.
He just saved Blank and Wolf with the Emperor's Divide coming in through the Baron pit.
By Hippo. Eventually. Okay, and that's an ace. Almost for SKTelecom. Edge, I guess, managed to escape somehow, but...
Faker showed up a little bit late there. It was looking dire for SKTelecom, but man, he saved it. So they just try this all in immediately. Soul has to use his ult just to get back out. They shoot Wolf right back in the middle. But Blank here picks up the red buff, and this is just a shooting gallery for him. Lamb's Respite goes down. He actually misses his ult right there, so Blank missed a couple skill shots. And we see Duke with the excellent play for the double knock-up over the wall. Now watch Faker coming in here, takes the Rift Herald, Herald despawned, and then just that play to zone out Hippo from the rest of his teammates. That was nearly a double kill for Hippo right there.
Just like that.
Oh, he got the Rift Herald actually. That's actually what happened.
Yeah. Oh, Faker actually going after Edge here. Edge trying to get away. Looks like he'll make it out.
Wow. Ooh.
Just barely. But yeah, Faker he's pretty far ahead at this point.
And we're actually going to speed that back up. We were a few seconds behind after that replay.
Yep.
But yes, Faker is really scary on the Azir these days.
Yeah, we'd always, it was funny last year because we saw these solo queue highlights, right? We're all over the subreddit, all over the internet. And when he played it in competitive play, it didn't look that great, but lately it's been pretty different.
He's been playing the Azir differently. He plays for picks, and he can get picks from so far away. These solo kills or shove you right into his team that if you are defending a lane and you are by yourself and Faker is within 1,000 units of you, you are not safe. You will get killed.
Speaking of not safe, that turret is going to get taken down. SKTelecom, Hippo. Really do much about it.
No, he can't. If he tried to go in, he would just get ulted by Faker.
Rift Herald was taken by Kongdoo Monster. Bang takes the bottom lane turret, so just like that, SKTelecom really starting to open up this gold lead. Blank working on the second dragon at the same time. He's just going to get it by himself, I guess.
See, we're still a little bit behind live right now. They've been trying to fool... Oh.
Edge knocked up, taking some damage. Not going to get taken out though, can still get away. He is LeBlanc after all.
The production's been trying to fool you by switching to full camera shots of the players and then fast forwarding.
Brilliant. Oh, Fate's Call misses Cougar, but he's still in a lot of trouble. Soul and Crush though coming in. Going to get the kill onto Cougar, and the rest of Kongdoo has to run for it. Yep, this one's starting to snowball a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, Blank has, you know, an enormous lead.
Yeah, it will help. Third turret in like 2 minutes for SKTelecom. They're just going to continue to rock Kongdoo Monster pretty hard, it seems like.
It does appear that way.
Yep.
Rocking is commencing.
That's right.
So Duke going to be going for the Iceborne Gauntlet this game. A little bit more crowd control when he gets in there with his body slam. Always nice.
Is it always nice to get body slammed by Gragas? I don't know.
Wouldn't you like a chilly body slam?
Not really.
I can give you one later.
That's okay. It's warming up in Korea though.
Well, I'll just have to cover myself in ice then.
Baker got a little bit too far forward, has to flash away and use that Emperor's Divide. Oopsie. Oh, nice explosive cast onto Hippo. Bang right there with the damage. Hippo twists advance in there. He's going to flash away, gets back under turret, but look who's waiting for him. It's Wolf, but he's a cow. It's a cow wolf, and it's a kill for Duke. His first of the game. Is it a cow? Is it a wolf? I don't know. It's confusing. That's why Hippo died. Hippo cows. No, wait. Cougar. Whoa! Collateral damage nearly did the trick there.
Blank is really fed.
Yes, he
already has the Maw of Malmortius here, pre-20 minutes on this Graves. You really need to respect the damage that could come out of him. Nearly just solos a face-checking support.
Bang just decides to take the turret. All right, well, there we see...
I don't know why we're watching this again. Sees him with the Wolf Spirit. Okay, end of the line. Doesn't actually hit on the second proc either on the way back, so Crush gets in the way, but it does cause that cone of damage to come out from behind, the collateral damage. If he had gotten hit by that second proc of the end of the line, definitely would have died.
Would have been the literal end of the line. For a few seconds it did. Oh, Edge got that Raptor.
He can't kill Blank.
I don't think so. Flash used anyway. They popped the Silverhold. Oh, the anchor misses from Googer. That was close.
Blank already has the Maw. He's really quite tanky.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bang farming up pretty fast too.
Unfortunately now, there's really no target that Edge can kill. Maybe if he gets lucky, he can take down Bang, and here's a 20-minute Baron.
Whoa, that was exactly as the Baron spawned almost. Can they actually finish
of course,
it off?
yeah, they have a Zero. And Callista,
Callista
this is easy 20-minute Baron.
Yeah, and it looks like Kongdoo really has no idea that this is even happening.
Why would they?
It's not something you'd expect to see very often, is it? Just like that 20-minute Baron for SKTelecom. Hippo knocked right back into the team.
Poor Hippo.
Oh no, it's a bad day to be a top laner on Kongdoo. Crush on the run now, Blank trying to chase him down. Explosive cask used, but they force the flash. SKT just backing off now.
Really clever little bait right there by SKTelecom, not even having the jungler there, not needing that secure with the Callista. Even if Crush was going to get in there, he wouldn't be able to win the Smite War. Or the Execute War, we'll say, with the Rend. And that means that Faker and Bang easily able to take that 20-minute Baron, and SKTelecom looking ridiculously strong at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like they're ready to pretty much close this one out. Sub 30 minutes, probably. And, I mean, it's really not too surprising, is it? What's nice to see, though, is SKTelecom playing things very, very tight, you know? They're not looking sloppy in this game, despite playing a, you know, objectively weak opponent. Looking good. And now we'll see if they can just kind of stomp their way right into the base for the win.
I think they can.
They probably can too. Wolf comes in, a little bit of damage onto Crush. Nice explosive cask. CC gets the Lambs Respite off anyway. Turret's already down. Edge caught on the bottom of the fight. Crush runs away, gets hit with the collateral damage. Emperor's Divide pushes Hippo right back into the team again. And yep, I think this is going to be the end of game one.
Engage was gorgeous from SKT. They timed the Gragas engage with the actual turret destruction so that Kindred was launched to them precisely when the turret went down, and while Kindred was away from the team to get the Lamb's Respite out without healing anybody else.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Pretty awesome stuff. Stop for a few more kills. Looks like Blank finally fell in the end, but either way, it's an easy win for SKTelecom in game one.
22.5 minutes. SKTelecom are so good at closing games when they get an advantage.
Yeah, they certainly are. It's got to be one of the fastest games of the season.
Absolutely it is. Incredibly fast. Really well played by SKT, obviously.
Man.
Blank had another great game, but everybody really fulfilling their role, and that's what's scary about SKT. If you can't punch them in the mouth early, they know how to play these team compositions because they've been focusing on just a few of them, and they can play their win conditions out so very well, nearly perfectly.
Yeah, and again, it's a big deal for SKTelecom to get a 2-0 in this match. It would tie them with KT Rolster in terms of match score and game score.
Yeah, absolutely huge.
They're on their way.
On their way to number 2, Doa.
That's right. Well, it's a lot like spring of last year, isn't it?
It is actually quite similar.
It is. When we come back, we'll see if Kongdoo Monster can do anything to stop the rampage that SKTelecom has brought to the Yongsan Esports Stadium tonight. I don't think they can, though.
I would tend to agree.
Well, we'll see. Back after this with Game 2, guys. Don't go anywhere.